they said Nyakopon obo ni freni no na obo ni boafo, right? So that's
what do we understand by ethical dilemma?
Yes.
It keeps the organization getting money and your publics. But to you, are you being fair? As a PR professional, you should always have a plan B.
Yes.
In every situation, so that if you know that you're going to be honest or transparent and you are going to face the repercussion, there's another way to save the situation.
Hello there, and welcome to the Truth Podcast. I am your host, Akosi Amponsankomia, and I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Kelvin Papasaki.
Papasaki, you look good today.
Thank you very much. You're looking gorgeous too.
Thank you. So before we begin, we have pretty guests here today. We have a gentleman and so many pretty ladies from the University of Media Arts and Communication, IJ Campus. But before we introduce them, let's go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Stick with us.
Many thanks for sticking with us during the commercial break. We are live on Facebook at The Truth Podcast, on Instagram as well. Now you can follow us on our socials at The Truth Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. At this juncture, we'll take a quick introduction from our guests. Let's begin.
I'm Donko Emmanuel.
My name is Michelle Vice Davis.
I am Entry Cecilia.
And I am Nova Bright Christiana.
Welcome to the Truth Podcast.
Thank
you.
I hope you came with nothing but the truth.
Of course.
We are looking all lavish and all glowy.
You're look bad yourself.
Thank you. So welcome to the Truth Podcast once again.
Thank
But
you.
before Papasaki takes us through today's discussion, I'd like to ask the question, what is our take or what do we understand by ethical dilemma?
Okay, so I think based on my thoughts, ethical dilemma is a state when one has to choose between two moral rights. So for instance, let's say one has to choose to be loyal to its organization, or one has to be loyal to what its publics. So choosing between your publics and your organization, which one do you have to choose? So that is when one is stuck to choose between moral, that's the honesty and loyalty.
So it's not
there's a
just about the organization and the public, yourself too. You have to consider yourself. It's three of you together.
Interesting.
So I think that it has to do with considering two values, and then knowing that whatever value that you choose to go with, there is a repercussion after that.
Yeah. That's good. Papasaki, take us through today's discussion.
Alright, at this juncture, we'll take our topic for discussion. Our topic of discussion revolves around some suggestions made by Patricia Parsons. It says, according to Patricia Parsons hypothetically, there are some situations in which it seems telling the whole truth is not the most ethical course of action. According to Parsons, if telling the truth outright is likely to harm one or more publics, then it is more reasonable to conclude that it's probably more ethical to avoid full disclosure. After all, one of the first principles of ethics in any situation is to do no harm. This is our topic of discussion. What do you think about it?
I think this topic is very challenging, and I don't 100% agree with Parson. She's saying that telling the whole truth can cause harm in certain situations. So in that situation, you're supposed to disclose some information, and she's saying that that's ethical. But I don't think disclosing certain situations, or should I say certain information in certain situations, is ethical. So my take or my opinion is that yes, telling the whole truth can cause harm to the public. That's right. But then disclosing certain information being ethical, I don't think that that's okay. That's my opinion.
Okay.
So, in my opinion too, in ethics you have to be honest and be truthful to your publics.
Yeah.
So if you should disclose a portion of the truth to them, it's in a way lying to your publics.
It's basically the professional ethic of a PR
Yes,
person.
Yes.
to be truthful to your publics,
Yes.
to your organization, to yourself, and
Yeah.
then to your publics.
Yeah.
So if you should keep a certain part of the information from them, that's not being professional.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think when you check what's the what's the name the outcome will be, you telling the people everything, if it's going to affect them in a bad way, you think I think you have to withhold some of the information. There's this local proverb or whatever, and yet time. So on one thing, if they don't hear everything and then they hear some, and somehow it will like yes. I think that's better. So yeah.
Interesting. I think the studio is getting interesting already. There are people siding with passing and other people not siding with
so,
passing.
I think if I'm to get passing right, passing was considering two things here. She was considering a value, that is the normal feelings, do not cause harm, and also considering that's the theory, which is the consequentialist. So she was much more about if it's going to cause harm to the public, then you shouldn't even if you disclose or shouldn't even disclose it at all.
Don't do full
disclosure. So she wasn't much more about being honest to your company, but you should consider the harm you're causing to the public first, then weigh. So if it's going to cause more harm, then you shouldn't. So it'd be better to withhold the information than to say it and cause harm to the public.
No, she's not saying you shouldn't. So you should, but not everything.
Yes.
Okay, so
disclose certain information,
but not
all.
everything. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So even if you have to disclose all, she was more keen about the harm it will cause the public. So don't even if you have to even disclose, don't disclose the thing which is going to cause more harm to them. At least disclose some of the surface things to them and keep the rest to your company so that it won't cause more harm to them.
But is that ethical as a PR?
So that is when it comes in as an honesty to the public. And so for me, I'll side with her, to be honest. The reason is, if I'm to disclose it to cause harm to the public, and even aside the harm, it is going to also cause harm to my organization, then why don't I at least disclose something like a surface thing to them and keep the reputation of my company, and even harming them included them. So I have to keep
is the work of a PR.
So you're signing with parties.
Yes, so I think that's
how to do so.
So that's what I'm going with the normal feasance value. So you going with the honest. I think you are siding with the honest way. So I'm going with the normal feasance. That is, do not cause harm.
Just as we started with a preview on ethical dilemma.
Yes.
I think that is a perfect dilemma.
Yes.
Now, with what I've gathered so far, ethical dilemma can result as a result of conflicting issues where you have a perceived role. In this case, there's a perceived role to be truthful as a PR practitioner.
Yes.
And there are other values considering the greater good.
Yes, do not cause harm.
Now let's come down to the situation itself. There's a case where as a PR practitioner you're supposed to be honest. But in this case, revealing the information is likely to cause harm. And so what Patricia Parsons is saying that you can disclose some information, but don't disclose everything.
Yeah.
But then let's not forget, it is the duty of a PR practitioner to be transparent.
Yeah.
If it's white, it is white.
Exactly my point.
If it's black, it is black.
It is black.
Yes.
So it's to do so.
This is where I have a question.
So
This is where I have a
okay,
question.
come in.
I am a PR professional, and my work ethic is telling me that I have to, by all means, protect the image of my institution or organization. And yes, I have a duty to my publics as well.
Yes.
I have to be truthful to them. But this is a case. If I come out with a full disclosure, and then it might harm my publics, the person is saying, then don't come with it. Do you get? Don't come with it. If it's going to harm my publics, then why should I? Because if it harms the public, it would affect my institution or my organization.
Yes.
So you're doing it
she's not
of the
saying
public.
Yeah, but she's not saying you shouldn't come with it. So she's saying you should come with some and not all.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That not the full disclosure. Not everything should come out. Because if everything should come out and then my publics are disappointed, it's going to affect the image of my organization.
So I think it's contextual.
It is.
Because in certain scenarios, disclosing the full information is going to cause more harm than good.
Very
Let's take
good.
the Maro incident for example. Yes, they didn't come out with the exact number of people who
were affected.
Exactly. They just came out saying the East Legon branch, a certain stew, the beef sauce or something. Yes, was poisoned and affected some people. They didn't even state the exact number of people who are affected.
Yeah.
That's like half truth. And it's to save the public.
Yes.
So it's contextual.
Okay. But you see, here lies the conflict for me. Personally, here lies the conflict for me. It is the duty of a PR practitioner to be truthful. I was saying that if it is black, it is black.
Yes.
If it is white, it is white.
Yes.
At the same time, you owe loyalty to your public as well. And so if I am to tell them the whole truth and will cause harm, I'm also looking at the fact that it is my duty to say the truth. But if it will cause harm, then let's not say it. I agree with Pastor on this.
Yes.
All right, so you see, that's why they said Nyankopon obo ni freni no na obo ni boafo, right? So that's where we have the Potter box. So with the Potter box, it is used by maybe communicators or other people to manage ethical dilemmas. So this is where the Potter box comes in. So with the Potter box, we have the what's the name? The definition. We have the values. We have the principles, and then the loyalties. So you follow these steps. You outweigh the advantages, and then and then you go with the one you think is more beneficial to you, your organization, and then the public.
Okay. So I think with the Morocco instance you cited, can we go through the Potter box and go by this situation? Can we do a dialogue on that? For instance, let's define this problem. Okay, there was food contaminated. The problem is that we have affected customers. Okay, that is the definition of the whole incident. Now, with the values at stake, okay, I want to be honest as a PR practitioner. That is the value I'm putting in here, as far as the contamination is concerned. Now, there was some disclosure on the issue, but that was not a full disclosure. Okay, that was not a full disclosure. I think that I was right in that sense. Because with the Morocco bit, after considering the fact that they reviewed everything, they realized that their loyalty goes to the customers. Okay? Weighing the principles and values that come at stake. Their loyalty goes to the customers. So what do? We go beyond that. And we see to it that the harm that has been caused will be minimized. They treated some of the customers who are affected. And we had a lot of news outlets publishing that, of course, those who are affected were treated. So I think that we can be very transparent as PR practitioners. Of course. But then we can also put in strategies that will help to minimize the
the definition, it's not just about the customers. We have the who, the what, the why, the when. So you have to, it's not just about the customers, like the organization, the investors, the stakeholders, they are all included.
Is that even as a PR professional, you don't only owe allegiance to your
public,
not
your organization,
the public,
and even yourself.
So yourself, the public, and then the
organization. Only your company. There could be an instance where you are in a state of dilemma, and then something that you know that this thing is not my personal, like on a normal they are not going to do that. You get. But because you are working for the organization, you have to sacrifice.
Exactly.
So one thing I want us to know is that being as a professional, a PR professional, you do not only owe allegiance to your organization, because there's this notion that PR people do not speak the truth. And it's alarming these days. It's really
public relations ethics is it oxymoron or something?
Someone even says that show me a truthful PR person
and I'll show you an unemployed.
It is alarming, because when you look at this, I know that my work ethics is telling me that I have to put my brand image first, be truthful, and even I have my individual this one. I know how to. I have my own values, and I know I'm a truthful person.
So that is where the Potter box comes in. So
I think that with the Morocco bit, they first considered the fact that their major loyalty goes to the public. And so let's be transparent with them. Let's be truthful with them. Let's tell them what happened, but then let's disclose something as well.
I think
the weight.
Portion of the truth.
They weighed something. So I think the honesty bit comes in where if they are too honest, I don't think they really get something in return. But if you cause harm to the public, I think that one it affects you rather than being
The question is, was any sort of harm caused with the Maro situation?
Of course, people were affected.
I think food poisoning.
The harm was caused to both
the organization
and then the organization, because I think they closed down their branches for some time.
For some months or something.
Okay. So I think we'll come to a closure that with Patricia Parsons, they chose to, with the case of Patricia Parsons and that of Morocco, if you have to balance things out, they chose to be transparent. And then they went beyond that to be strategic in minimizing the harm that was caused to the public. I think we all come to a closure on this.
So it's actually interesting that we have people who are actually siding with Parsons and not. Is there anything more to add?
We would just like to thank our lecturer.
Mr. Edem Kujo.
So let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay with us. This is the Truth Podcast. Hello there, and welcome back to the Truth Podcast. Thank you for sticking with us. So as the show is getting more interesting and then we have different opinions, we have guests from the University of Media, Arts and Communication, joining us again here. Welcome to the studio, everyone.
Thank you.
I must say, you're looking good.
You're looking good as well.
Thank you. So let's get an introduction, starting with you.
All right, my name is Felicia Nakushi Lamte.
And I am Micheline Tonya Asem.
And I'm Mary Esidwadako.
Welcome to the Truth Podcast.
Thank you.
I hope you came with nothing but the truth.
Well, of course.
Always a
Papa Saki, take us through it.
Yeah, we are still on Patricia Parsons' thoughts on the fact that if telling the whole truth is likely to harm one or more publics, then it is more ethical to avoid full disclosure so as to avoid any harm being done to the publics. This is the ethical dilemma which is posed to us by Patricia Parsons. What do you think about it?
Okay, so as a PR professional, there is always a code of conduct that we always follow.
Okay.
The principle of transparency, accountability, honesty, and fairness. If you have these at hand, no matter the situation, as a PR professional, you need not withhold any information. You need to speak the truth. So to me, I don't agree with
Patricia Parsons.
Patricia Parsons saying that withhold half of the truth so that it doesn't cost more harm, considering the greater number of people that will be affected. If you do that, ask yourself, what if what you did has saved the reputation of the firm and then your public, but somebody within the company, being a correct or being an upright and a professional, goes out to whistleblow?
Yeah.
What will you do?
Okay.
So as a professional, always be transparent. And when you are transparent, there is always accountability to it.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to face the
Yes,
repercussions.
adding up, I also think that what I go with Patricia Parsons' argument, because she said that in certain situations,
Of course.
not all situations. So now we are going to weigh. You owe loyalty to yourself, the organization, and then your public. So now the situation, you consider the situation at hand. That is contextual, yeah. So that you weigh it. Is it going to affect them? If telling the whole truth is going to affect the public, then there is no need to disclose it. So she thinks that you not disclosing it because it's going to harm the public, it's more ethical. And then I go with her because yes, even though you have principles like code of ethics that is telling you that be transparent, be loyal, like be honest, but at the same ethical dilemma is like you choosing between these two morally accepted actions that you have to weigh. You have to consider the values involved and then the principles. So this comes with the portables, which is a framework that like we practitioners we use to take ethical decisions.
Okay, so
yes.
The question is,
What if, sorry to cut you short, what if the information you are withholding is the important one?
yes,
So,
that's what I wanted to even ask. That is
so
the
what
first thing.
So that is what she was saying. We are focusing on the harm rather. That is
Yeah.
what the question is saying.
Okay.
So if it's going to cause harm to the public, then at least let me withhold it or withhold some.
But as a
Instead,
professional,
I get the point as the professional.
Yes.
Don't forget there's two conflicting values here. As a professional, I'm supposed not to cause harm to the public.
Cause harm.
And as a professional, I'm not supposed to be also not to be honest.
Okay, in your
So-
question,
You are
in your
supposed to be
Yes.
honest.
Yeah, did you say you're not supposed to be
Sorry.
honest?
I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be honest.
Interesting.
I'm supposed to be honest and not to cause harm to the public.
Yes.
So if not to cause harm to the public things that is more
Ethical
to do, then why don't I do that? To be honest to the public and also cause harm to them. It's like I'm being honest and I'm causing harm.
in your quest not to cause harm, and probably you keep
There are measures.
vital information
Yes,
from
there
the
are
public.
measures.
You've caused harm.
So you have to get measures. Do you get?
So let me come in again. Let me do thing. So I think even when causing harm to, I don't cause harm to just myself or my the public. It's also to my organization.
Yeah.
And if I'm causing harm to the public organization, it affects me. So 3 in 1, it affects it all. But if I'm keeping the secret, at least it keeps my organization running still, my professional running still, and at least it keeps the people to also
Papa
inject
Saki,
something.
Papa Saki, I must say,
let me ask you. It keeps the organization, the reputation.
Yes.
It keeps the organization
In
getting
check.
money and your publics. But to you, are you being fair?
Exactly.
that is where the question
That's what I'm
is.
saying.
That is where the
So,
question is.
Counts a lot.
Professionally, that's
I've weighed two options.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've weighed two options. So it depends on the situation. So there was a situation ethics can also apply here. So situation, let's say with the Maro instance we resulted or we talked about earlier. So let's have weighed the situation. So if I'm supposed to tell the public the main thing, which is going to tarnish the image of my organization, tarnish the image of I'm a worker too. It's supposed to yes, personally too. Yeah. And just be for the public. So I think we have to withhold some and tell them some.
There's
I
some
must
that we are
say-
withholding. What if they are vital information?
I must
that
say,
the public
I must
is
say.
supposed to be
So as a PR
aware
and
of.
marketing professional, I believe as students, we are being taught of ways or strategic ways of positioning your company.
These are the
And in
measures I'm
crisis
talking about.
management,
These are the
We
measures.
are taught of how to maintain
Yes.
the reputation
These
of
are
the
the measures I'm
organization
talking
whilst
about.
being transparent to the public too.
Of course. Because
So-
let me be honest, being a PR or a PRO is not an easy task.
Of course.
It is not an easy task. Imagine having to put in some measures where people are going to know that, oh, this is what we did to protect it. You are protecting two people at the same time. How is that possible? It is quite difficult.
Yeah,
It's challenging.
Yes. What makes this particular argument very Herculean is the fact that in PR itself, you have two principles, major ones at stake. You have utilitarianism and deontology. With utilitarianism, you are taking that of the majority. Every action, every situation, every decision must favor the majority.
And I think that is what Parson was going for.
Yes. Person was going for the
The
majority.
That was the wrong way.
At the same time,
It's
with
your
deontology-
opinion. It's your opinion.
Of course.
It's your opinion. Yes, it's your
It's
opinion.
part of the
I like the fact that the studio is about
Yes.
some people are
Yes,
challenging
your
and some
opinion.
people are
Of
actually
course.
for Parson.
Yeah. On the
I
other side
always
of things.
criticize it.
On the other side of things, you have deontology as well.
Yeah.
That is where you are supposed to conform to rational duty.
Yes.
I'm a
Of
PR
the
practitioner.
organization.
I'm to be honest. I'm to be fair. I'm to be open.
Yeah.
My duty requires that I speak the truth at all times. Black is black. Now,
But
if
you
I'm-
have individual values.
Oh, of course.
You have
Personally, I
you
love
have-
to be truthful.
You
I
have
love to be
professional.
truthful.
You have professional. Your work is telling you that. See, there are certain people in a workplace. They have their individual values, and then they know that I do not do this.
Yes,
But when I
yes.
find myself in the workplace, I have to
How to
sacrifice.
prove- yeah.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My conscience aren't going to
It
do
means you would always have to
My
be moving
conscience
from
will
one
always
place to
judge
the
me.
other.
My conscience
And
will always
you
judge
know
me.
Then
that
it means you'll be moving from one
anytime
organization
that-
to the other.
To the other.
The organization is being mentioned on air. You are scared of maybe.
Of
a truth
course.
coming
That
out.
is it.
But the moment you speak the whole truth,
You are free to
nothing but
go.
the whole truth. Oh please.
You are free to
You are
go.
free to go.
Papa
everywhere.
Saki is just trying to say that he's an honest man.
No, this is the case.
He's
where-
a man of value,
You see,
so-
the thing is that I stand at the forefront of the organization. I represent the organization. Okay, if I go to the public and then I do not make full disclosure, personally as an individual, I have that conscience that I've done something wrong. My reputation is at stake. I have built a solid reputation for myself as a PR practitioner. I dare not play with it.
That is
I dare not play with it.
integrity.
Of course.
Integrity
That is
is
one thing I have
something
to
that
protect.
every individual should have.
Yes.
Despite being a PRO, you should have your self-integrity.
Yes.
With that one, I side with Papa Saki, because if I am here to protect my brand's image, and then it is coming against my integrity,
Yes.
and then when it comes out, they'll be like, the PRO said it too.
Yes, of course.
He
So-
said it too.
Exactly.
So go and see the PRO. They will not mention the company's name.
Yes.
The PRO. It is affecting my integrity.
If I
So
speak the truth, okay, I'm also saving the face of the profession. Every PR practitioner out there is looking up to me. There is a case where I can say the truth, and maybe I will get fired by my company. I can
Yes,
get
so-
other companies who are very truthful, who are
That
very
is it.
transparent.
That and that
and so
that
I
is where
conform to rational duty. Let me be honest. Let me
Papa
be
Saki is
open.
a man of
So-
value.
Black is
Let's
black.
laugh for Papa Saki.
Black is
He's a
black.
man of value.
So which means
Which
that
means
Patricia is trying to tell us that as a PR professional, you should always have a plan B
Yes.
in every situation, so that if you know that you are going to be honest or transparent, and you are going to face the repercussion, there is another way to save the situation.
Of course.
You understand?
Of course.
Okay. Okay.
So-
You should be ready
with
at all
this,
times.
at this point, I think that in as much as PR practitioners, we are supposed to minimize harm. You would go with the fact that, let's be honest, won't you side with you on this? Won't you side with you on this?
I think they
So,
should.
but
You have to
like I was
wait.
saying,
So
earlier
wait.
on,
Wait.
If it's going to cause harm,
very good. So I
right?
think
You
my
have to
sister.
have the intention with passing. You have to have the intention that you are minimizing
You are
the
minimizing
harm.
harm.
It will cause your stakeholders.
Like I was saying
My
earlier.
problem is if you are minimizing harm and you are hiding something from me, isn't it also a harm?
So
You are not hiding it.
I'm not. Listen.
We are not hiding it.
So I think
You know that when you release a press statement and then you are trying to address maybe this one, it means you are aware that this is going on.
Yeah.
So you are actually taking
Addressing it
measures.
one after
You are
the
not
other.
you're not bringing up food disclosure doesn't mean you're harming them, or because
Yes.
you have actually seen that this is what is
Even
going
disclosing
on.
it in full, you position it in a strategic way.
Yes,
So-
you actually
You
come
are
out.
speaking
Yeah.
the truth, though.
Very good.
But you have
That is the managing of the
So
harm.
that is the
So you are
managing of.
minimizing the
So
harm.
you are minimizing
I'm
it.
saying
So
don't.
you
So
are
what we are
saying-
saying is speak the whole truth, but say it in a strategic way.
Man,
Exactly.
yes.
So-
And go beyond saying
But
Don't
you
try
are
though.
saying we
Yeah,
should
but
give
Which
a
means
try.
actually you are siding with me.
We are not siding
Based
with
on-
you.
We are not.
We are not
Based on what you
siding
are
with
saying,
you.
if I'm to get
Yes,
to
we are saying
if
speak
you are
the
using
whole
a strategic ways, let's
It's
come
true.
see
We are
that.
still minimizing
Yes,
the
that
harm.
is,
No,
we are
no,
minimizing.
Yeah,
it.
using
No,
strategic
in a
ways doesn't
strategic
mean.
Get this straight. You are saying we shouldn't disclose every information in this case, and we are saying disclose everything, but disclose it in
Okay,
a manner
so-
that it won't be offensive. That's
Yes.
So
what
I
we
think
are saying.
maybe you didn't
And
get
go
us
beyond
right
that.
actually.
Yes.
We are saying maybe we will disclose it.
Yes.
For instance, with the Maro issue, we disclosed some, but wasn't actually everything.
I think we need
So
to
we'll
sit person
disclose
down
it.
and then discuss
And-
them thoroughly.
Oh, yes.
Keep
We need to
in
sit
the
here down.
vital
and-
ones, which we think will cause more harm to the public.
Yeah.
So we'll disclose some although, but not everything, which is going to cause harm to the public. And
we
aside
don't
the
agree.
And we
organization
don't
also.
agree
We don't
with you.
agree.
We are disclosing
You are not being
everything.
professional. You need to
Mr.
Don't
Emmanuel,
forget,
Mr.
if you are
Emmanuel, of
disclosing
course,
everything,
I can't side with
You have a
on
lot
this.
of consequences to face. Why
Yes.
don't you
I
minimize
can't
everything?
on
And
this.
you are a marketing student.
keep
Have
it
you not been
before-
taught the strategic ways of saving situations?
We have.
We
So
have.
that is what he's saying. That I think let me try and then
Yes.
let me put this in. He's trying to say that whilst minimizing it, do not bring everything out. Do not
Why?
disclose everything
Why?
because you are trying to minimize the harm.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Mr.
When
Patricia,
you are-
Disclose
No.
it and find ways of
No.
I'm
dealing
not
with
going
it.
with you
So
on
you
this.
That
so
saves you your reputation as a professional.
Yes.
You are
Okay,
not
If the
minimizing harm
company
or what the everybody
sacks
are
you,
taking
you
a
will get a
stand.
qualified company.
let
That
me
will
come in
employ
with
you.
this.
Yes.
So I think if I'm to minimize harm, for instance, let's say there's an issue, and I don't mention some of the vital things. One, it protects further questions. But if I keep on to give the most
you are
important
giving
things,
you're giving
which
them back to
everything,
back.
that is when they have to
That
rely
That
on
is
a lot
why
of
you
official
should be
people.
prepared.
Imagine being in a press
give
in a
me-
press this one
Very good.
conference, and then you are sitting there. You have showed them everything. No,
Everything.
this all will come. So why did you do this?
So why
Why
you
This all will
you
come. Why did
Why
you
you
do
do
as
this?
a
this?
PR professional, you should be
I am
prepared.
prepared.
Mr.
I am
Emmanuel,
prepared.
Oh, you are selling yourself.
Oh, you are selling yourselves.
Mr. Emmanuel,
Handle
Mr.
handle
Emmanuel,
this.
we
And
work for the
Before
same
you face the
organization.
press, you should be well prepared.
Exactly.
So-
So, if you are facing me and you say you are going
That
to
is why we are
expose
a
everything,
student.
you
We
are
are
So
being
prepared.
in
taught how to
conclusion,
manage crisis.
every
How to come
organization
out.
is supposed to get one badass, like
Oh,
one
yes,
time that's
like
going
That's
to.
the
I'm
same
done with
way
that.
as a PR professional you are saying. We are supposed to do good.
Yes, not
We are
to do
also not supposed
So
to.
how do you also go about
So why are you? How are
Okay,
you going about
okay,
that?
wait.
Because relax, disclosing the whole.
that? I think you are
truth.
focusing on only just the honest.
Yes.
Which
You
And you
are-
are causing harm.
You in your
also
Which is
situation.
also
on the
not
That's the
ontology.
whole truth. You are
And then
causing
you
harm.
tell
You
the
have to
reason.
wait.
You have to
In
You
your-
have
do
to make sure that you also do good.
very good.
Beneficence.
in
Also
your
beneficence.
situation,
Very
it's like
good.
you are taking stands. Imagine you cited an example saying that,
So?
okay, what if I bring out
Very good.
a press release that is going to favor the public, going to favor the, you know in your heart that you sat down and you thought of your company
No.
before you thought of your
So-
public.
Yes, we have to
Exactly.
come
Very
to a
good.
conclusion.
So
We
I
have
think
to come to a
let's
conclusion. Mr.
come.
Emmanuel.
I'm coming.
But
We work for
do
the
you
same
know that?
organization.
Do
Wait a
you know
minute.
that?
We work for the same organization. Okay, we have to come to a conclusion here. We work for the same organization. You draft a PR message out there telling the public some grapefruit. You say what is black and then leave the rest. I am a PR practitioner in the same organization as you. I want to protect my reputation. I want to stand for what's right. You go out there and then you avoid full disclosure. And I come back once again and blow the whistle.
Exactly.
What do you do about that?
Exactly.
Whistle. So that is what comes in another one.
I like the way you said whistle.
Yeah, start.
I like the way you-
I'm not
I like the way you said it.
So let's say I will disclose it,
Mhm.
but not everything. Let's say
Okay.
partially. So I'll disclose some, not everything. So the reason why I'm saying is there's no way you can do all the two ethical values at the same time.
Of course, of
It's
course
not possible.
Of course.
That is a
It's either
state
I
of
do
dilemma.
one,
It's either you are doing one.
And then you are leaving the other one because
Very-
the other
and
one
even
is
if you
coming
look
with
at mine with
consequences.
what she's
These
saying,
consequences is
we are
what
being
you
a little
supposed
bit
to weigh.
honest and saving the majority.
It's
That is
partiality.
So I can't.
Looking at this, you see,
What he was asking you is, if your colleague whistle blows, what will you do?
Exactly.
Meaning your colleague wants you to be transparent.
Yes.
So speak the truth.
All right. So
Anything that you do,
let's conclude here.
I think I'm getting your question.
Let's
We have to
You are
conclude.
speaking the truth, but
Yes.
person is saying that you
Yes.
saying the truth, if it will cause harm, then it will
Withhold
be
some.
ethical.
No.
To withhold
No,
some.
no,
It is
no,
never
I
ethical.
think
It
there's
is
some
never
question.
ethical.
Yes.
It's
There's
the
some
opposite.
words somewhere.
In
I
Maraco's-
think we need to see person.
Yes.
We need to see person.
Yima is trying to flow there, but he's lost.
We
In
need
No.
to see
In
person.
I think-
in Mawako's instance,
Yes.
I heard you. They didn't expose the number of people who are
Very good,
affected.
yes.
What if I'm an employee? I found the details and I decided to come out. Oh, Sana, 100 people were affected. Do you know it causes
As a
some kind of
professor, how can you
fear?
say?
Of course.
Exactly.
So the thing is,
So let's
should in
conclude.
case
Let's conclude now. Let's
So
conclude.
I think
So say it.
Say it. Be transparent. Be transparent. Black is black.
But before you're about to say it, you need
but
to
let's
plan
be
and
honest
know.
here. I am the public. I buy from Mawako. You are the PRO, and you are the management.
Okay.
There's a crisis out there, and then you have to manage the crisis. Me as a buyer from Mawako should hear that, oh, there's this number of people that were affected by your food. This now, like you didn't even disclose the number. If I am a food enthusiast and I know that what I take in my body is something I really go into, do you think I would ever come to Mawako to come and buy
no,
food?
you are not coming.
So-
back.
So what my question is, as a PRO, somebody like me, what would you do? What are the measures that you are going to put in place to bring me back to Mawako? Are you going to disclose everything and give me solutions to it, or you're just going to tell me that this is what happened, but
Patricia, you wouldn't like me to be dishonest with you as a customer.
Exactly.
Never.
Exactly.
And so I'll tell the truth, and I'll come back to put in ways or strategies to minimize the harm. That's what I'm
So
going to
let's look at this then. The advertising campaign says be fair and honest.
Yeah.
Then somebody will bring a product and then exaggerate the benefits. And then you read and say, oh, this is the benefit. Let me buy the product and see. You being part of the team that did
Drafted
the
the
campaign
whole-
or drafted everything, you don't agree with that, and you whistle blow.
That
the
is a
person
greater
was
harm.
saving. Yes,
That is a
it's
greater
a-
harm in
Yes,
itself.
So you say that
but you should know that you have competition.
no matter what,
It doesn't
you face
matter.
a harm.
You are saying
It
that
doesn't
you are
matter.
If you are
saying
transparent, one day, okay, the public will know, this company, when they fail,
They actually came
They
here.
came out
yeah.
they are
saying-
good, I'll go back to the
Yeah.
company.
All right.
Yes.
So to come to a conclusion.
Papa Zaki, we've had an interesting
Of
conversation
course.
today.
To come to a conclusion, okay, I think that in today's world
Yeah.
of PR practitioners, okay, a PR practitioner should stand for honesty. If
Yeah.
I see a PR practitioner, I should see honesty.
And
I should see fairness. I should see
so
truthfulness.
that is why we
Right.
say that notion that PR people do not speak the truth must
Should be
stop.
erased. It should be erased.
Because
Our
there are
generation
actually
will eliminate that.
Of
there
course,
are
of
certain
course.
people who have never been to PR
institutions.
institutions, but they are PRs.
Of course.
And then because they want to save the image of the brand, their organization, and I must even some of them do not even have their
Then
self-integrity.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get. So they go out there and then say whatever they
lack
want to
the
say.
principles and
They,
experience and knowledge.
thank you.
Yes, they don't have the.
My problem is to be the code of ethics should even guide them.
Yeah, of course.
You
of
know.
course.
So that is my take.
Okay.
That notion as that PR people do not speak the truth
Okay.
must stop.
Yes.
So
It's been an amazing 30 minutes or so. It's been an amazing deliberation.
thank you.
I will commend your lecturer, Mr. Edem Kujo, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will commend your lecturer for such a very, very nice argument you put out here. I think that he's doing a fantastic job, and you should go out there
Of course.
and stand out as PR
Shout out to
practitioners.
Mr. Edem Kujo.
Of course. You should go out there and be the best of PR practitioners.
We are
everyone
coming.
wants to see.
Oh,
Thank you
yes.
very much.
Tell them we are coming, and thank you very much
Nothing but
for.
the truth.
Thank you
Podcast
thank you
Awards.
very much
Thank
for.
you very much.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
So we see you on another episode of the Truth Podcast. My name is Akosi Amponsan, your host, and I'm here.
I'm Kelvin Papasaki.
See you next time. Bye.